Hi, this is George Alger with the Two Green Energy Video Report, and I'm speaking with Craig Shields, who is the author of Renewable Energy, Facts and Fantasies, which is the #1 best-selling energy book on Amazon. Hello again, Craig.
Hi, George.
Okay, so today's topic is green motors.
Indeed.
And what does that mean?
Well, let's look at what a motor is and why we have them. So about 30 years ago, Tesla and Edison developed this based on the newfound understanding of electricity and magnetism. Figured, okay, here we can have this trade-off between we can convert electrical energy into mechanical energy, right, with a motor, and we can go backwards with a generator. We can create electrical energy by using mechanical energy in the form of a generator. So since that time, there have been, I'm not an expert in this, but I think 5 or 6 breakthroughs in this early on. Nobody's made a significant, this is an arguable point by the way, but by my wits, nobody's made a real breakthrough in this in a very long time. Now, imagine what we do with motors. Historically, about 40% of our energy needs in the United States are for things, or for buildings. A lot of it heating, ventilation, air conditioning, which use motors. Now what we're trying to do is do the same thing in electric transportation. So in other words, we're trying to migrate our transportation from internal combustion engines to electric motors with batteries. Okay? So the applications for this are ridiculously large. So if you can do something that's better in some meaningful sense of the word, you've got a huge deal. Now, when I say, here's the thing about better in the so-called meaningful sense of the word, is that you can say, oh, well, what this thing is it's smaller. Well, that's good, but if it's 3 times the expense, or it's hard to manufacture, it uses some ridiculous combination of rare earth elements that China owns the majority of, you got a problem. So there are 4 or 5 different areas in which that all have to come together to be a legitimate breakthrough in this space, and I believe that this represents exactly that.
All right, but what does that mean, or is there some limitations that you can speak to about this? Because if a motor is going to be improved, it is going to be made more efficient, or it's going to put out more energy for the same space, or it is going to be smaller, or it's going to be less expensive. So in this case, what makes this motor any different than what refinements have occurred over the last 130 years? Well,
it's a combination of everything plus all of what you just mentioned. In other words, it's extremely efficient. It is smaller, and it uses. There's certain things about this that I'm under NDA on. So, but it uses. It's easier to manufacture. Okay, it uses materials. Part of this thing uses extremely common, low-cost materials. I guess I can say that. So it's really, by my wits, it meets these criteria. It's not one of these things that they simply optimized something over here at the expense of ruining 2 or 3 things over here.
Okay. So if someone wanted to find out more, they could certainly contact you, and presumably if they're interested in investing in this, they could also opt to sign on the non-disclosure agreement as well.
Yes, this is definitely an investment opportunity, I think a very solid one. And yes, they can hit contact on the website, and I'll just get right back to them.
Okay, great.
Okay.